What's cracking, fam? T-Money down in the dungeon, Tuesday night. Hope everybody's splendid. It's snowing outside. Got the fire going. The vibe is right. Feeling pretty plump though. I just ate a nice meal, and I feel these shirts, man. They're cool shirts, but they make me feel so fat. You know, like when you're a fat guy and you put on a shirt that just really sticks to your flesh. I don't know. It's frustrating, but anyways, let's get into this. So we got a cool little update. We got some 88 films, some Vinegar Syndrome, some Mondo Macabro, and just some other random indie stuff and some cool things. So let's start this off right with a classic Buster Keaton 3-film set. 7 Chances, Battling Butler and the Navigator, early 20s, Buster Keaton, classics. My pops, growing up, would always watch Buster Keaton, so I got my fair share, but I saw this, I had to pick it up. Classic goodness, 3-disc set from Eureka. And then we have The Dawn is Dead, some sort of gangster film from 1973, starring Anthony Quinn and Robert Forster. Never seen this one before, but love that cover artwork too. It's just like simple and badass. And then we have an indie movie by the name of Into the Void. This is a futuristic apocalyptic zombie film. Who knows? Probably a stinker, but you never know. Then there's Sea Fever, which is awesome. Can't wait to check this one out. I love my boat horror. And I just watched Blood Vessel the other night. I really, really enjoyed it. Just a really good, creepy... I thought the practical effects, or the makeup effects, I think they were mostly practical. Could have been a little bit better on the vampires. Well, they were okay, but I love the film. I love that, like, abandoned, group of... It takes place during World War II. A little side tangent on boat horror, but I've heard this is good too. But yeah, they enter this ship. They're stranded in the ocean. They find this big vessel in the dark, and they get aboard it, only to find out that there's some serious craziness that went down. It's good. It's a good Nazi vampire movie, boat horror goodness. So on to this though. This sounds really good too. It says The Thing meets The Abyss, so I'm super stoked to check this out. Sea Fever. It's chock full of quotes here. It says pays homage to some great sci-fi horrors, anything that involves The Abyss and The Thing. I mean, or compares themselves to that. It's got to be good, I hope. I did hear some pretty good things, so I'm going to check that out soon. Then we have Come Play, which is a new-ish movie. I feel like I've seen a lot of people talking about this one lately, at least just the name. But yeah, it's like kind of like a modern technology horror. This kid gets a tablet. He's obsessed with his like cell phone or whatever, and this like monster from another dimension taps in, and so it's that sort of thing. I don't know. We'll see. Come Play. If any of you have seen it, let me know your thoughts. Breezing through this here. Really stoked for this one. I had mentioned in my last update, I've been on a Swamp Thing kick. Actually got more Swamp Thing figures from Kenner in yesterday. You probably can't see them, but they're behind me. But yeah, so I finally located I believe is the long lost childhood cartoon called X-Men Unleashed, or it's called The Unmen Unleashed. It doesn't tell me how long. This is an old DVD. This DVD is from 2002. So as far as I know, and this was pretty expensive. I paid like $50 for this. I'm crazy, but like I had to, because like I said, I was desperately trying to track down this short. So it better be that short, or else I'm going to be really pissed. Probably should have confirmed it, but I think it is. It's the Unmen Unleashed. I just wish it would tell me how long the runtime is, because I know the runtime on it. But yeah, it also has some extras too. Falling Star, To Live Forever, Experiment in Terror and The Legend of Lost Cavern. So that's pretty cool. I'm really excited to check out The Unmen Unleashed. It's been so long. I used to love that as a kid. And then they threw in this extra one, Creature from Black Lake. I don't know, but they included that in there, so that's cool. I'm stoked on that. All right, so we'll do the Mondo last, the Mondo Macabro. I got a stack of stuff from Ronin. They were having a sale, and they had advertised, or it wasn't a sale, they had just advertised that they had a bunch of catalog slipcovers they were going to throw in with some movies, and I wanted to grab one of these titles. So I ended up grabbing a few. I already have them, but I don't know how this ended up in there, to be honest with you. Devil Time. Great movie. I already own it, but I don't recall ordering that. I think I obviously did. But yeah, so I grabbed Rituals with the slip. This is the standard edition. And honestly, the slipcover that they gave me two slipcovers. They gave me Just Before Dawn and Rituals. Because they said they found a bunch of slips and they were going to randomly include them in orders. So, Rituals, and then, which is a great film, and of course, classic slasher movie Just Before Dawn. I hate this cover artwork. If I would have actually thought about it before I placed the order, I would have been like, yeah, no, I don't want that slipcover anyway, because it fucking sucks. It reminds me of, like, The Sims. It's terrible. One of the worst slipcovers ever, in my opinion. So anyways, they threw those in, and also, they're not in very good condition. Like, the slips were kind of dented and crunched in the corners, so obviously they were just trying to get rid of them, but it is what it is. It's no biggie. These are the standard editions, so now I have standard editions with the original limited edition slips, and I can throw these in whenever I want. Keep my limited editions locked away in a dark room, never to be seen again. Pretty stupid, but... and then the last thing I grabbed from them is The Forest. Love this movie. Really weird, batshit crazy slasher movie, ghost story type weird fusion of bullshit. It's fun though, charming as hell, and yeah, it's cool slipcover. I think it's a re-release, but they threw a slip on it now because the original Code Red release did not have a slipcover. I'm almost positive, but yeah, I love this movie, so I had to grab it. Daddy's Gone A-Hunting. I already showed you guys that in the last update. So, another one. Here's two that I grabbed from Grindhouse Video. They were used items. Love this movie so much. Bedeviled. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Just some crazy Asian horror, but it's really good. Great setting, great lead, and it's brutal. So, I grabbed the Blu-ray. I had the DVD for a long time, so I made it a custom. It came in a blue case, but I made it a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, so nice catch. So yeah, Bedeviled, happy to have that on Blu-ray, good movie. And then this one I watched when it first came out a couple years ago, and I don't remember loving it. I think Moods had recommended it, and I picked it up. But I wanted to revisit it, so I picked up the Blu-ray, and we'll see, Honey Spider. So it says Honey Spider is destined to become a great little Halloween classic. So I got to rewatch it. I probably wasn't in the right frame of mind when I originally did watch it. So I think I've showed you guys. Okay, here we go. So here's one. Love this movie. One of my favorite movies from John Carpenter. Favorite movies anyway. Just classic. So I can't wait to watch this in 4K. Prince of Darkness. So good. This movie is so good. But yeah, super stoked. 4K release of John Carpenter's, in my opinion, classic Prince of Darkness. A later Carpenter film, obviously. But it's so good. So creepy, and I love the setting. I just love everything about this movie. It's so good. 2-disc set. So first film you got the 4K, second film you got the Blu-ray. Feature film in 4K. Just looking at special features. Looks like new audio with the director, so that's cool. I wonder, well, it's audio commentary with John Carpenter and Peter Jason. I'm pretty sure that was on the original release. Sympathy for the Devil, interview with John Carpenter, Blu-ray only. Alice at the Apocalypse, an interview with Alice Cooper, Blu-ray only. So it looks like a bunch of stuff that's ported over from the other release, but maybe not. I don't know. It's been a while. Prince of Darkness was one of their earlier Scream Factory releases, so I should do a compare and contrast, but if somebody wants to comment, let me know. That'd be greatly appreciated as well. Less work for me. So yeah, I love that movie. Can't wait to check that out in 4K. All right, we got a couple Slasher Classics Collection releases. These have both been released. I think Vinegar Syndrome and Scorpion, I want to say. But yeah, we have Dark Room and Blind Date. So, Slasher Classics Collections number 48 and 49. I'm not sure. I want to say the transfer's got to be at least the same as the Vinegar Syndrome release, at least for Dark Room. And that's cool. There's a 2-hour documentary on Blind Date, which is a Nico Mastorakis film, which I didn't know. He's a pretty cool Greek. I've mentioned him a bunch in my videos. He did Isle of Death, a bunch of movies, produced a bunch of movies. But yeah, I didn't know he directed this one, Blind Date, so that's cool. And there's a 2-hour documentary on this. It's parts 1 through 4 of the films of Nico Mastorakis. So that's pretty cool. And then on the Dark Room release, it says new 4K master, developing fear, an interview with actor Aaron Tyke, exposing the truth, interview with actor Jeff Arbaugh. It'd be cool to do compare and contrast with these as well, just because they've been released in the US already. But these are all region releases. I don't know if was the Slasher Classics collection always all region. I can't remember, but super cool. So those are 2 new ones from 88 Films. Awesome. Then we got a little Vincent action here. Super stoked to check this one out. We have the horror trailer show. Agfa's horror trailer show. So you know there's going to be a lot of obscure goodness on this. I don't know much about it. I'm not going to open it up. I have it kind of in the cellophane thing, but super cool. It's a new Agfa trailer compilation from Agfa and Vinegar Syndrome, released by Vinegar Syndrome. And then we have this beautiful piece of classic cinema history, The House of Usher. Love my Edgar Allan Poe adaptations, so I believe I have this. I don't know if it was in the Scream Factory. I don't know, one of the many Edgar Allan Poe box sets that I have, but I know it's been released. Or Arrow Video maybe put this out. But this is super nice. I gotta stop talking and just focus on not what I have, because nobody fucking cares about that. Let's just talk about the release itself. So, super nice. It's like VSA edition, which is the sub-label of Vinegar Syndrome, and there's the inner cover artwork there. And there's not too much special features. It says newly scanned and restored in 2K, Telltale, an interview with director Alan Birkinshaw, promotional still gallery and reversible cover artwork, double-sided poster, limited edition of 4,000. So these releases I think are all 4,000 limited. So great movie. Been a while since I've seen it. Love the atmosphere. Love the Edgar Allan Poe stuff. So we're gonna check this one out soon. Pretty sweet. Man, I feel like I could do comparison videos of like all the releases in this update, because they've all been put out multiple times. But alright, and got a couple more things here. I forgot to just throw this one in there, but Party Hard, Die Young. This is another one that Horrors Ball had mentioned in his annual Horrors Award show. So yeah, it's a Shudder release. Loving my Shudder original stuff lately, so just looks to be like a fun slasher movie. Takes place maybe in a club or with a bunch of young, horny teens and whatever, but sounds awesome. And last but not least, well, 2 more things. Let's go with the Mondo Macabro stuff. Panic Beats. This is the limited red case edition. Only he will hear the trumpets of hell. Only the devil will be his friend. Don't know much about any of these releases, but these are limited, 1,000 each. This is number 108 out of 1,000. You can see it on the back there. But it's a Spanish film from 1982, directed by Jacinto Molina. I wish I knew more about the director, but Paul Naschy's in this, so that's awesome. Mondo Macabro's been putting out some good Naschy stuff, so yep. Oh wow! So Paul Naschy actually. Okay, so Jacinto Molina is a stage name or it's an alias, because it says horror legend Paul Naschy wrote, directed, and stars in this dark, macabre tale of lust, betrayal, and ghostly vengeance. Naschy plays a descendant of the Alaric de Marnac character first seen in 1973 film Horror Rises from the Tomb. So that's really cool. Brand new 4K transfer. Two interviews from Paul Naschy. Audio commentary from Naschy. Exclusive 20-page booklet about the film written by Troy Howarth. And a set of full-color lobby reproductions. So they went all out on that one. So that's really cool. Panic Beats. And then we have I'm really excited for this one. Blood Ceremony. A.K.a. Ceremony of Blood. From 1973. It's directed by Jorge Grau, who did Living Dead at Manchester Morgue, or it's George Grau, I think. I love him. I love that movie, Living Dead at Manchester Morgue. I've never seen this one, so super stoked to check it out. Love that fucking cover artwork. Super cool. 1200 edition, I got number 107. 1973, Spain, Italy. 19th century Europe, people are in the grip of ancient superstitions, and the fear of vampires runs riot through the land. Strange rituals are enacted to seek out the resting places of the undead, and the macabre trials are held over disinterred corpses. The Countess barely notices what's going on. She's more concerned that her beauty's fading, and that her husband seems only interested in his birds of prey and observing the behavior of superstitious locals. Blah, blah, blah. The Countess is unsure, but one day, the blood of a servant girl drips onto her hand, and she's convinced that her skin has become wither as a result. Soon, she's searching for more blood. So we've heard this tale many times. It's a common theme. I think it might be based on the Countess of. I watched a YouTube video not too long ago. This YouTuber I love by the name of Obsolete Oddity. He does really cool like vintage true crime stuff. And he did a story of the Countess of something, and it was all about this woman who, true story, I think. She actually like murdered. She was came from a very rich family. She was a countess, and she murdered all of her servants and had people constantly killed so she could bathe in their blood to keep her young. But so it seems like it's that sort of thing. Blood ceremony. It's right here. She bathed in virgin blood to stay eternally young. I could have not read anything on the back except for, the where it was made, whatever, that sort of stuff, and I could have spared you that, all reading that, and just told you that's what the film's about. So I'll be more on top of that next time. And last but not least, we have Queens of Evil. Never heard of this movie before. I feel bad saying that, but hey, that's what these boutique companies are, so great for, bringing these crazy, obscure, weird, random titles to life that are way before my time. So limited edition of 1,200 numbered copies. I'm not going to open this all up now. It's still sealed, but Queens of Evil. Maybe similar to Synapse release. Something about vampire women. Anyways, last but not least. Sorry guys. I suck, I know. Satan's Bed. I got this one from Amazon Germany, actually. And, yeah, it looks to be pretty cheesy. I got number 4. This is limited to, 100 or something. 333. So not very many at all. But it's a DVD media book, Satan's Bed. I don't think I showed you this in my last update. So, yeah, looks cheesy. Looks kind of fun. Special practical effects, obviously. Some good, demonic, devil-looking hands on the back here, and a zombie looking dude. So awesome. 2-disc limited edition. Yeah, just some old school satanic goodness. So that's awesome. Tired, guys. It's been a long day. I think I'm gonna wrap this up now. I have nothing else to show you. So have a good night. See you soon.